Well, it's my birthday in about 3 weeks, and I've been begging someone for a very specific present for some time now. And it's come early. So yeah, I am quite excited about this one. So I've been begging Hygge to send me this. It's the Soro, 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 and they actually sent me quite a few things as well as this bike. So yeah, thank you very much for my early birthday present of the bike, a water bottle, a helmet, and a really decent lock. So it's kind of like a bike lock with an extended bit as well. So yes, thank you very much. And yeah, I think it's only about time we go out and enjoy the said presents now. Well, it's not quite the weather I anticipated for this one, but it's quite a nice day anyway. Just a bit of a breeze. And if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen the lens I had to go to within the last hour to retrieve my little drone. Because it was following me on the bike. So we're having a nice little bike ride, and it's following around. And like I say, bit breezy and a bit of a gust, and poof, took the drone straight into the brambles. And obviously Muggins here has to then go scavenging through the brambles and fish it out. Yeah, we did anyway, as you can see. So yeah, cracking on with the bike now. Just made it through a little bit of a sort of like a tricky bumpy section and everything like that. And I have to say, my buttocks thank the air shock suspension very muchly. Thank you. So it's the Hygge Soro. Hopefully I'm saying that right. So yeah, it's like the one that I've been riding around for some time now in terms of folding, fat tyre, 20-inch by 4. Pretty decent range on it. You know, decent bike, well put together, all that kind of stuff. And ultimately it fits under the bed sort of garage space in my van. So winner, chicken dinner. It's a good bike, you know. There you go. Well, this is its big daddy. Well, not bigger daddy, just slightly bigger daddy anyway. In terms of the battery's actually in the frame, whereas mine it's behind the seat on the Vesta that I've been using. So this one's in the frame, so it makes it a little bit neater. Obviously I don't have to worry about getting it so muddy and dirty and everything as well. So this with the air shock, yeah, I've been begging them for this bike for about a year now. So finally sent me one, and I've put the air shock about 125 psi. Apparently its maximum is around about 150. So I got on, had a quick kind of like ride around in the field, and I figured 125. It's soft, like it takes the bumps out, but it doesn't collapse. So I don't sit on it and suddenly, like, you know, my knees around my ankles trying to pedal. It just kind of like accepts the bumps, but still supports you, if you get what I mean anyway. So yeah, great little thing with the air suspension. And so far, like I say, with all the bumpy bits that have just come through there, yeah, my bum really appreciates that. Anyway, I'm going to crack on now because I've got a few miles to do, because one of the big tests that I want to do with this is see if it gets the same range as the Vesta that I've got, because if so, you're looking at my new bike. Yay!
Running low on the borderlines, and you tell me that you're doing fine. Morning color lights the hall, pulls you right on through the door. So hold on to all that feeds your soul. I know a place where the sun shines every day. So come with me, I'll take you there. I'll take you there. talk is cheap, but we're wasting time. So hold on to all that feeds your soul. I know a place where the sun shines every day. So come with me, I'll take you there. I'll take you there.
So far, yeah, very pleased with it. Bike seat maybe needs a bit of adjustment. I'm going to see if I can push it back a little bit just to extend my reach between my bum and the handlebars. Handlebars are sort of yeah, dead comfy. I have the option of obviously tilting them if I want to, and yeah, they've got nice rubber grips and everything on there, so handlebars pretty cool. Seat is so far comfy, but like I say, I think that is down to the fact that it's got this rear suspension built in there. Fan of rear suspension, just as much as I'm a fan of front suspension as well. I don't know, but it's not as much riding on tracks or grass or whatever, but you know, especially around here, no one repairs the roads, so if you're lucky they'll do a temporary patch, which eventually will just get washed out. So yeah, the roads are bumpy to say the least. So to have shock absorbing suspension as well as the big fat tyres is a pretty much, I would have said, a must if you're doing a lot of cycling on and off road in the UK anyway. And everywhere else that I've cycled off road, definitely prefer the fat tyres. Right, I reckon I've got another 8 miles left now. So yeah, I'm just going to get cracking on with that, and then we'll have a chat at the end to give you my little summary of my ride out on the yeah, the wonderful bike. So it's a folding e-bike, and it's got 20 by 4 inch fat tyres on it, 250 watt rear hub motor, and it says obviously high torque motor, 65 newton meters of power. Now that's basically powered by a 48 volt system with a 14 amp hour Samsung battery, and they're saying the range should be up to 80 kilometers. Like I say, it is fully legal, there's no throttle on this one, so it is UKCA and CE fully road legal certified as well. So on power assistance mode 1 most of the time, I've done nearly 20 miles and I'm at 84%. It's got 7-speed Shimano gears. I prefer the gear shifters on these with the buttons back and front. Tektro hydraulic brakes, 180mm rotors or discs, depends on which part of the world you're on. Full suspension, which yes, does really help. I can attest to that one. So usual with these, handlebars fold down, take the seat post out, the pedals fold down, and then the center of the frame allows it to pivot and fold back on itself. So you get quite a neat compact design. Now it's made out of lightweight materials as much as possible, but obviously it's also really good build quality and it's strong. So that obviously gives you an idea of the fact that it's not exactly what you consider feather light, but it is actually fairly lightweight considering how strong it is and obviously all the components on it. So it weighs in at 32 kilograms. The max rider weight is 140 kilograms, and the rear rack has a weight capacity of 15 kilograms. It's suitable for a rider height of 5'3" to 6'7" because of the extra stretch there of the seat post and the handlebars as well. So that seat post comes up quite a heck of a lot in all fairness, and so do the handlebars as well. So yeah, it's quite a range for rider height. So as it sits like this, the dimensions are 172 in length, 22 in its width, and 117 centimeters in its height. Now obviously that's dependent on how high you have the handlebars and the seat post. And when it's folded down, it's 105 centimeters in its length, 56 centimeters in its width, and 80 centimeters in its height. Obviously that's removing the seat post and then dropping the handlebars down. And I think what they're saying with this bike is that it's built for any adventure and any rider. So if you're not sure about what bike you want, but you want a bike to do everything you can imagine that you might want to get up to, there you go. the Hygge Soro. So that's tech specs done now. Hopefully you've got all that kind of covered. Obviously, if you do have any questions about anything tech spec wise, then let me know. It's supposed to be a fast charge battery as well. And when it was delivered, it was on like 9%, and it took around about 5 hours to charge. And they're saying that the charger is a fast charger. So yeah, but there again, how often are you going to charge it if, like me, you've just gone and done 20 miles and you've got sort of 89% left on the battery? So, you know, with all the will in the world, you won't be charging it that often unless you're doing an awful lot of miles. Or, you know, you put it in sort of like a higher level of assistance mode, so you don't sort of put so much effort in. I do prefer putting some effort in. I do like cycling. I have an e-bike because I've got a knee injury. So, don't know if that comes across. But yeah, when I was much younger, I came off my bike and basically my leg came backwards. So I spent a lot of my time around that time with my left leg in plaster. But I'd still go out on my bike and just sort of pedal with my right leg. Used to crack all the top of the plaster around the top of my thighs and that, but still used to get out. Can't keep me from going out on my bike. But yeah, that has left me with a very weak left knee. So I do like cycling, and the solution to that is an e-bike. And it's probably only been the last 5 or 6 years where e-bikes have been something of an accepted solution to people that like cycling, but like me, struggle sort of like with the average bike. And again, prices have been sort of like coming down every year anyway, so makes it that much more affordable too. So with that in there, that really is like perfecto bike for me. Fits in my van, I can carry it around everywhere, and I'm going to get loads of range out of it. Like I say, 20 miles on 84%. So, you know, I probably wouldn't do more than 40, maybe 45 miles a week normally. Depends. Sometimes if I'm in a bit of a mood, I might go out and do 30 miles, 35 miles in one go. But more importantly, it's not average. So average is probably about 45, 50 miles a week. And therefore, yeah, that's one charge a week. And considering that's where I get my charge from, free power, free charge of bike, thank you very much. So yeah, well happy with that one. I think the only thing I would do, and it's personal preference, is I would change the cassette to a probably a, I don't know, maybe a 14 to 34, which means that I've got greater sort of cadence for getting up hills, and I'm not chasing the pedals going down the flat if I'm doing like 20-25 miles an hour. And yeah, that's just my personal preference, how I ride, and therefore I can see why manufacturers put that in. You know, today most of the time didn't have a problem whatsoever, but for me personally, just the extra little length in the gears really helps out. So there, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I've enjoyed getting my birthday present. Very much so. So yeah, I'll put a link in the video description down below to more information on this bike. And like I say, they have pre-warned me that they're only just going back through manufacturing process again with their sort of like modified bike, which is going to be out, I think they said later this year. So yeah, just get saving. But obviously that there is the Hygge Vesta, and that's been a great bike as well. Certainly, you know, for what I need and everything I've done on it, it's been fantastic. It's about 5 kilograms lighter as well. But yeah, birthday present, so you know, never going to argue. No thanks very much. Right, thanks for watching folks. Take care, I'll see you again. Bye.
Running low on the borderlines. Talk is cheap and we're wasting time.